Hey everyone, Joshua 14. Sorry if the quality's a little low. I'm downstairs. Just wanted to give a little um, update on the Surface Pro 7 Plus, not the X, but the Plus. So here is what we know so far. And let me go over this tech specs for the Surface Pro 7 Plus. There's going to be an i3, which is the 11th gen dual core 1115 G4 processor, which only comes with Intel UHD graphics. There is going to be the i5 quad core Intel Core i5 1135 G7, which you can get in Wi-Fi or LTE, and comes with the Iris Xe graphics. And then the i7 11th gen Intel 1165 G7, only in Wi-Fi. So, and that also has the Iris Xe graphics. So the big question is, will the i5 have a fan due to the increased bump in specs? We do know that the SSD will be upgradable on certain models, much how the SSD is removable on the Pro X. So pretty much just a torque screw and pop in a new model and you're cooking with gas. So that's very exciting. But they're touting a bigger battery, saying up to 15 hours where it was like 10.5 before. So which will obviously, real world usage will tell exactly how that makes an impact. Because, normally they just say, well, that's just running a video for, so many hours on Wi-Fi or whatever. But it also does have an option for 32 gigs of RAM. I think that's only on the i7 model with LPDDR4X speed RAM, and then 8 or 16 gigs of that same speed RAM on the Wi-Fi or LTE models. So I think the i3 is getting a 8 gig base. These models are being touted for business, so I'm unclear if it's going to be super easy just to say, hey, I'm just going to pre-order it and get one. I tried calling today, and they don't have a lot of info. So I figured, hey, I'll just throw this out there for y'all. If you have questions, as I get more info, I'll try and answer as much as I can. And it comes with Windows 10 Pro finally, business and all that stuff. They said they're touting, business in schools. That's what they're, marketing these for. But I think you should still just be able to get one on Microsoft.com. I mean, they do want to make money after all. So hopefully, with these bumps and specs, they'll take our money. And, my wife has a small business. I consider this, even though it's very tiny, I do make a little bit of money, which I buy more games and buy the Surfaces with to show you guys. So, yeah, but Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5, of course. The LTE is going to be just 4G, not 5G, as far as that. So it's a Qualcomm Snapdragon X20 LTE modem. Lots of bands supported. So the LTE will have removable SIM and eSIM support. You're still going to be able to get platinum and matte black colors. And the poundage, i3 and i5 Wi-Fi models are going to be 1.7 pounds. i5 LTE is going to be 1.75 pounds, a little bit heftier. and the i7 Wi-Fi is 1.73 pounds. So as far as the cameras, still Windows Hello, 5 megapixel front facing with 1080p full HD, 8 megapixel rear facing autofocused camera with 1080p full HD, the dual far field studio mics, and stereo speakers with Dolby Atmos like before. So still sound great on the Pro 7. As far as ports, still USB-C. No word on Ryzen. I think it's just the Intel Core 11th Gen, i3, i5, and i7 with the Xe graphics on the i5 and i7. But as far as the ports, it's still a USB-C, full-size USB-A, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack, the Surface Connect port, the type cover port for your type covers, the micro SD card reader on the Wi-Fi models. On the LTE model, you're going to get the SIM card slots, and still compatible with the Surface dial. Still has ambient light sensor, accelerometer, gyroscope, magnetometer. So yeah, it still does support the fast charging that they introduced with the Pro 7 models, which is nice. It does, I think, 45% with like, I think 30 minutes. You get about 45% of battery life back, which is nice because they did up the wattage. Lone Wolf, hello. Well, I guess maybe you like Surface Pro stuff, and here we are. But if y'all have any questions really quick while I'm still here, but they did tout, you know, hey, more enterprise security, a TPM 2.0 chip, whatever that means. And, you know, Windows Hello face stuff is, you know, enterprise. But I'm very excited to see the bump for the Surface Pro. Well, sorry, Lone Wolf, bearded dragon. Maybe I'm funny, but I'm not bearded, and I'm not a dragon. But yeah, obviously I've tested the Pro 7 and the Pro i5 and the i7 models for gaming. So we'll have to see if I can get my hands on one. It's supposed to come out on the 16th, or at least ship out on the 16th. So maybe they'll be able to pre-order today, and I'll put in the comments or in the description. Maybe I'll put it in the feed whether I'll be able to get one. So I'm definitely planning on trying to get one, at least the i5 Wi-Fi with the Xe graphics to start. And hopefully it's got a fan in there, because it's got powerful graphics and they need to keep the thing cool, but you never know. So if not, we'll try it without a fan, and then see how it throttles and that kind of stuff, if you can do throttle stop or whatever. But so the Surface Pro 7 was released more than a year ago. This new model is still named Surface Pro 7, but with Plus, which is a different direction when it comes to naming. Yeah, it's just, you know, because it still looks the same. I think that's why they call it the Plus. Because, hey, the same design that you know and love with the Pro model, still the same ports, still use all the same type cover. You don't need a new pen, all that kind of stuff. But, hey, new internals, bigger battery, better graphics. You know, so Plus. But yeah, well, I wanted to say thanks so much for coming and checking this out. Obviously, I've got lots of other coverage on the channel with Pro 7, i5, and i7 models. If you want to see how it performs with gaming, all the popular titles are there: Fortnite and Apex and Minecraft, and you name it, I probably played it. But I still do have the Pro 7, i7, and the Surface Go 2 Core M3 model, and I still have a Surface book with performance base, still up in the den, trying to play some newer games on it and see how it works out. But yeah, so yeah, they said they had to move all the boards and stuff to be able to accommodate the upgradable SSD, which is interesting. And then they ended up adding a bigger battery. So we'll see what happens. And I thank you all for coming in. And we will catch you all in the next video and try and give you some more coverage for the Surface Pro 7 Plus. You're welcome to subscribe and like this video if you like what you see. We've got more coming right here on Joshua 14. Thank you so much, y'all. Take care. Peace.